Alright, and we're live. Hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Happy Monday. 'Tis Monday, start of a new week. Although, not officially a new week since it's not reset day. You know, for those of us that live and die by reset day. But still. Hello everybody, welcome. How are you all doing? Glad to have you here. Hello Saw, hello Thalia, hello Data Bob, welcome. Hey there Kraken, been a while. It has! Glad to have you back, how you been? I'm absolutely lost on what to do in WoW. It's like, where do I start? Well, you know my answer, it's always wherever you want. Whatever you feel like. If you get super lost and you're like, I don't know what to work on right now, I kind of want to do everything, then what I like to do is go through all the things and see what I'm missing. Pick a character to work on and go for it. That's about the best I can give you because that's all I do if I get lost. Because I'm working on completing everything, so, you know. Alright, but we have Necroray eggs on the docket for today. Yesterday, the calling I've been waiting for finally popped up. It's the rare resources one, where it wants you to loot treasures or kill rares to get the coins. You only need 3 of them. Really easy. Super easy. And I wait for it specifically so I can throw all my 60s at it. That way I spend like less than 2 minutes per character, if that. But of course, I'm at the point now where I've done so many, I have to start unlocking the Maldraxxi on more characters, because I'm out of the ones that already did it. Usually I don't get through that many, but I've got this down pretty quick now, so that's what we're doing today. So fingers crossed we get a Necroray egg. I only need 1 more. Just 1. I need 1 more Necroray egg, and then we're good. So remember when I said that it'd be cool if the Beast Gaming PC I'm using became mine and I was able to bring it home? Well, I manifested that. Said Beast Gaming PC is now mine. And admittedly, sometimes it doesn't still feel like mine because I'm not used to having a gaming PC yet. Understandable. Well, congratulations, Septia. That's always nice. Having a computer that can actually handle your gaming, right? I know what that's like, trust me. Alright. Wait, I just joined. Is it Triple Day or something? Triple Day. I'm not sure what Triple Day is. But welcome, Zara. Glad to have you here regardless. Oh, 3 callings. Oh no. I never do the 3 callings. I only do the, whatever you call it. Rare resources. World quest. I keep calling them world quests. Calling, that way I can actually spam it on alts. Because trying to do these at level 60 is a pain in the ass. if it's like world quests, or I can get more alts through the rare resources one in a faster time than I can per alt doing all 3 callings. Yes, that would be 3 chances per character. However, I have a lot of characters, so I can make up for it. And I still have to, I'm at the point now where I have to open Maldraxxi on more characters. But, no. I trust your time analysis. Well, thank you. Yep, it's this one right here. Rare resources. Where it's all like, hey, we just want 3 coins of brokerage. And it's even faster if I have these if I have Maldraxxi open already, but I have to open it on more alts now, so. But that's what we're doing today. Necroray eggs. Let's see, let's see, where's the sprouting growth? Right in the middle. Alright, I'll do right, left, up, back. Or I could do right, up, left, back. We'll do that. We'll go in a triangle. This also means I was finally able to start my WoW journey again with a Night Elf Druid, whom I plan to make a mix between Balance Druid and Restoration Druid. I just did the first bit, Teldrassil, Shadowglen, yesterday. Nice! Congrats! That's awesome. You got your, are you able to have your graphics really high? Because that is nice. WoW was quite gorgeous, even in the old areas. What are these Necroray eggs you speak of? I heard they were a myth. They pretty much feel like a myth. They really do. Let's see. Oh, we have... Ooh, we have slime-coated crate, too. Okay. I didn't even see that one. Excellent. That means I don't need to waste... If that one's up, I don't need to waste the static treasure. Well, I think this one might be static, too. No, it's not. Excellent. So I have Battleborn, slime-coated, and a spore thing. Perfect. So it's even better than yesterday. Neat. Anyway. Yeah, the game is beautiful. Isn't it, Septia? I know. Just take a tour around like the Dragon Isles or Pandaria or VoD, anywhere. Game's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Hi Kraken, been working on my professions knowledge. Nice! And hello Darabelia, and good luck. Definitely good luck. I plan to do that at some point soon. I'm finalizing my, what do you call it? Factions, I guess. I talked about this before, but faction changing messes up a lot of stuff. So I'm finalizing factions on my main 13, my class mains. That way I don't, you know, change them in the future unless I really know the sacrifice. Let's see, yeah, spreading growth. I can just get that one. Alright, cool. Never realized how pretty Teldrassil is, and I thought Teldrassil looked great with low graphics. It really does. It's absolutely pretty. There's so much more foliage. It's just, wow. Right? Amazing what happens when you can play above a 1 or a 3. I did the latest questline in WoW, just a bummer at the end you have to do LFR, but it was a 3-minute queue and went smoothly, so not bad. Well, that's good. You certainly got lucky there. It's a great feeling, isn't it? Getting 60 FPS consistently with high graphics in WoW. It really is. This game is absolutely gorgeous, and I love all the spell effects and stuff such that they do. It's pretty great. Give. There, see? Already done. And I could have been even faster if I knew about that other chest in advance. So apparently it doesn't show up until you're down there, so noted. Yeah, now I just go turn that in and we switch characters. Bam. So we're gonna be doing this for a little while. Until Kata, I was stuck with a clunker machine that barely got 5 FPS on minimum. I feel that. When I started in MOP, like officially started and stuck around, I actually played on a 2007 Vista. A crappy little laptop that was not meant for any sort of anything beyond, like, Word documents. It was not a good computer, but hey, you know what? Between that and my dial-up internet that I still had, it was a good time. Alright. Necroray egg, please. No. Alright. That's fine. Next. Ooh! Shayror! I can put her in the Warden armor. This is my Warden character. Yes! Thank you. It's a slow grind, that's for sure. Yeah, no kidding. So definitely good luck, Darabelia. Looking at WoW graphics on Ultra is like how it feels to put on my glasses. Whoa, everything is so HD and sharp! Yes. Accurate. Still getting used to it, but I can definitely get used to it. Good. Also, my low-level gear actually looks like gear as opposed to a blob of pixels. That's fun. Yeah, you can see why people mog hunt so much, right? Because the gear looks actually quite fantastic. Beep beep Khadgar update. Missed it again somehow, but I've had some med change around, so I'll cut myself some slack. On better news, I got 2 mounts from Islands and finally got the 200 mounts on 1 character achievement. Nice! Congrats, Mooks! That's awesome. All of that sounds positive. New meds that are hopefully better. 2 mounts and the new achievement. Congrats. It's awesome. I tried playing Spider-Man on the PC and got between 2 and 10 FPS. I have no idea what's up with that. The game just does not like my PC. Oh, dang. Yeah, I haven't I don't usually play PC games, so I'm afraid I can't help you there. I do have BG3 on PC now, but that's only because I don't own the consoles that it's available for. So, you know. You have to cherish those humble beginnings, though. Those are usually the best gaming memories are, for me at least. Yeah, I didn't have a great time. By all means, I actually despise my first, like, 2 years playing WoW. Hated it so much. So but I'm not really, like, a nostalgia person. There's very few things I'm nostalgic for. I had terrible experiences starting WoW. So, unfortunately, I do not cherish mine, but that's okay. I know I'm in the minority on that. Yep, same. Got the game when Black Temple came out, but didn't get a level cap tune until the first patch of Kata. Nice. Yeah, like I could technically say I started back in vanilla, but my first level cap was actually in MOP. So, you know. You know. Mouse freaked out. There we go. Now I need to actually look beyond color palettes and I'm going to make a transmog. Oh no, I'm going to spend hours. Welcome to the world of transmogging, Septia. I hope you enjoy. BG3 runs fine on my PC, but Spider-Man is just like, nuh-uh. Huh. Yeah, I've heard that one's pretty computer intensive, but it is a gorgeous game. I watched someone else play the new Spider-Man. It's pretty impressive. Got egg once accidentally. Got item while leveling, didn't know was a mount. Leveling in Shadowlands, imagine my surprise when hatched was a mount. Nice, Monkey James, that's awesome, congrats. One of us exactly. Mad changes is good. I have a laptop that can't even run Minecraft very well in the lowest settings in window mode. Don't use it much. Oh, I understand that. Yep. Oh yeah, I need to put the set on her when I get outside. I'll do that when I get outside if I remember. Interesting, BG3 is a beast and was the #1 thing that made me need to update my PC, Hugie. Understandable. Yeah, BG is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. They outdid themselves with that game. It's just beautiful. I'm so glad I have a computer that can handle it. 2008 player, when I got my account, played a bit. An older TBC, but not much. It was like 6 or younger. Understandable. Yeah, I was... How old was I in 2004? 12? 10? Somewhere in that range. Definitely preteen. Started in MOP, first cap was WoD, and even then it was a boosted character. Oh. Well, it's okay, it still counts, right? So yeah, the dog days are finally over. I mean, I'll still only be here for 30 minutes every day because of time zones, but it's the most precious 30 minutes of every day. Pure bliss. Hello. Hello, Dr. Wee. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Quick everyone. What are good purple druid transmogs out there? Ooh, purple for druid. That one's definitely a little harder, but most of them just have like purple accents. A little biased. Most of the purple I can think of is rogue. So, I don't know. Minecraft has a hard running dad mega Java PC. Java edition. Sorry, Ted wasted. You're fine, monkey. No worries. I still actually get glitches on BG3 when I open it sometimes. I have to restart my PC. Let me get this in here. There we go. I have to restart my PC for it to not do that. I think it also starts to happen after various hours of playing it. Uh-oh. That's not good. I haven't really had any glitches myself. Except for one roll window that refused to close. Some dude was trying to send me to prison for something. And I got out of it, but like it kept popping back up. It was really weird. I just restarted the game, but that's the only glitch I've had so far. Hello Dark Omen, how you doing? Glad to have you here. Alright. It's a great game, but I had to buy a brand new SSD to install the game. Else I ended up with loading things and so slow and everyone's in T-pose. Wow. That's intense. My BG3 is a wood elf druid, but pretty much it's like a drow or a night elf that somehow got isekai'd into BG3. Most likely the latter. Understandable. I think I have 3 characters now. I have a drow druid. I have a half-elf barbarian sorcerer. And then a high elf ranger sorcerer. I believe is what that one is. Since you can dual class, which is really cool. Wish you could do that in a while. Okay. Then we'll go up here to get this other one. And we'll get the one down there. Because that will be we'll do that one last. That will be dependent on if the other one's there or not. Just check these. Yeah, those are rune bound. Okay, cool. Paleo G set? Absolutely. I know they have trouble with diable gear, but if they could just set up something that would standardize your gear between pieces, like Knights of the Old Republic, that would be great. Agreed. Agreed, Data Bob. That would be nice. Did you miss me? I was basically never here since 2023. You were here every time, Dr. Wee. Yeah, Druid doesn't really have much purple stuff out there, come to think of it. It really doesn't. Like, they do have a lot of purple accents, but most of the purple for leather belongs to, like... Or I can think of a lot of purple rogue sets. And there's some purple demon hunter. Not very many purple monk. Mostly rogue. My favorite purple leather set is the, one of the Kyrian ones. This looks gorgeous. Oh yeah, I was gonna mog this character. So let's stop and do that right now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, sets. Yes! Queen. Do I want the cloak or do I not want the cloak? We won't do the cloak. Cool. Do I have a green version of these? Or is it just the purple? I have maroon, blue, and purple. We'll stick with the purple. Okay, there we go. Anyway. That direction. The purple set in my eyes is Pally set. Oh, for sure. But we're talking, like, druid specifically. When I think purple, I think of the warlock sets, which is not a druid. Yeah. Warlock good class too have purple. It does indeed. The glitch is just like pixel static, I guess. I don't know what to call it. I don't know. That sounds weird. I streamed 4 hours of crack-encoded mount farming in Final Fantasy this morning. I got 7 of them. Congrats, Dark Open. That's awesome. That's a lot of mounts. It flashes a bit. Yeah, I have no idea what would cause that. I'm not computer savvy enough. Should see the opening cutscene as your character falls out of the Nautiloid. T-posing makes it hilarious. I can imagine. I can imagine. That's a pretty intense scene too, especially for it to be ruined with T-posing. That's hilarious. Hello, Fluff. How you doing? Glad to have you here. What am I farming today? Necroray eggs. We're doing the Necroray egg grind. That's what's on the docket. Oh, excuse me? Hello? Alright, fly a little higher over that. Got it. Mog time, indeed. Nice. Perfect, we'll just do that. We'll just do a little triangle. Now we can head back. So you're saying you didn't miss me? Carlsman Field. There was nothing to miss, Dr. Wee. You were here every day. If you were actually gone, I would have missed you. I mean, of course it's mostly for rogue. After all, you have to catch the perp. I see what you did there. Badumch. Blizzard didn't realize the cheap power they gave role players when they were allowed to have Warden transmog. Ah, tell me about it. I've had this Warden character, well, for ages. I made this Demon Hunter specifically for that. that way, because, you know, they were the only ones that could use glaives. I think there's a pair of glaives that you can use as any Night Elf that comes with the Night Elf Heritage Armor set, but I'm not sure if that's something that made it through to live or not. That was on PTR a while back. I haven't actually completed that questline still. Eventually I'll do it. No Aggie. Next. I decided to have my Horde Warlock to be my main since I came back. There are so many good Warlock sets. Like, well, yes, Warlock's got fantastic transmog. I feel like all three clothies, Warlock, Priest, and Mage, are pretty much always top tier, at least for me. Some of my favorite sets in game, to be honest. Well, you're already Maldraxxi. Do you have it unlocked? No, you don't. Okay, still gotta go unlock it. That's unfortunate. That's okay. We'll go do that. See, now I might have to consider making a class variant of my Night Elf OC. Perhaps a Hunter, or Warlock, or literally any other class available in Night Elves. Well, Night Elves can currently be everything, including Demon Hunter and Druid, so the only things they can't be are Shaman and Paladin. Because they can be Druid and Demon Hunter, so you got 11 of the 13 classes. Well, 10 of the 12, because we're excluding Evoker because we don't know what they're gonna do with them in terms of race class stuff. We'll see. They're like, yeah, we're gonna open up everything. Makes class race specifics class. It's like, alright. That seems counterintuitive there. Well, whatever. Blizzard be Blizzard. Fine, next time on vacation, I'll be on vacation. Good! You need a vacation, like an actual one. I've been horribly distracted and semi-offline since early December. Since when did they add a Warden transmog? Technically, they added it way back last January because it's the reward for doing completed 12 months of the, trading post. If you do that, you get a Warden transmog set. It currently changes colors, but in 10.2.5 they're adding 2 static versions of the set, as well as the color change. Because during the day... Actually, I haven't seen it actually change. I wonder if they turned off the changey colors for now until they fix it. Anyway, we're supposed to have a silvery whitish one, the typical Warden green, and then one that changes between the two for night and day. In 10.2.5 at least. Whoops, you are not in Vengeance. So, 12 months of the trading post completed, and you'll get it. Oh, Warlock Transmog is beyond amazing. It's also been my favorite cloth mog. Yeah, they have fantastic mog. They really do. Even all the way back in the early days of WoW, it's all just great. I already have so many alts, and they keep coming up with new transmog customizations that I want to have, especially Minari Warlock. Right? I know! Oh, I've got a Minari Warlock too. I have multiple Minari now. I did a Paladin, a Rogue, a Warlock. I think I did a Warrior? Like half of my Draenei roster just went Minari. I was like, yes! Because that's right up my alley, so. I remember when Trolls and Dwarves used to have the most, be the two races that have the most combinations. They used to, yeah. They still kinda can. In fact, Trolls are technically up there with Night Elves now because they can be Druid and Shaman. And Dwarves aren't far behind because they can be Shaman too. So they're all pretty up there. Let's see, and I don't think there's anyone that can be all of them because there's no race that can be both Demon Hunter and Shaman. So close. Close though. Hey Kraken, thanks for streaming. Missed you over the weekend and got my fill from old videos. Did you ever get the AQ Archaeology pet? Encourage Archaeology pet. Is that the hand? I don't think I have that one yet. I used to. But I sold it for an exorbitant amount of gold back in BFA to help Silver get her Bruto. I haven't gotten it again, but since it's buyable, that's one where if I don't get it by the time I get the remaining transmog I don't have, from Tolvir, then I'll just buy it. So, used to. Not anymore. How times have changed, indeed. Also, I just need to do this month's trading post. Hey, you had 11 out of 12? Then yeah. If that's the case. It's just the achievement for a reward for doing it for 12 months. Alright. There's one Warlock set I adore, and it's the Ice Crown Citadel Warlock set, purple variant. Beautiful set, perfect for a Shadow Priest too. I think I know what one you're talking about. ICC's got some great sets. Also Blizzard. This is an order. Give me purple Destruction Warlock Flames. Yes, thank you! Same. Alright, I gotta apply it. I want purple flames. We have green, and we have orange, which is great for, like, well, any of them. But I want purple, too. I agree. Purple, please. There we go. Come here, you. Okay. Now we can do the world quest. Whatever. Not a world quest. Calling. But to be honest, I wasn't on vacation. I was in a sort of rehab. I had several bereavement cases in the family in 2023 and needed some time to catch my breath. So it was nice to sneak in some Kraken time into my vacation in the loony bin. Understandable. Well, hope you're feeling better. Hope it helped. Oh yeah, I was gonna go left first. Ah, well, that's fine. Doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, my account is capped at 60 characters, but half of those are under level 10 as placeholders. Ah, gotcha. Makes sense. Excellent. Yep, that one is over there consistently. Perfect. I don't need to waste my static ones. Purple Destro Flames would be so good. I love Destro. Right? Even just for any of the specs, I would probably use purple for my Affliction. Because using purple flame would be fantastic. Ah. With only 26 that are 60 plus. Not bad, not bad. I'm not sure. It's like a beetle. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Go up. I haven't missed a month, to be fair. I did forget about it in December, but I completed it accidentally very early on, like on the 3rd or something. Nice. Yep, as long as you completed it, you don't have to have actually bought anything. So. Very cool. Much better. It helped a lot, thank you. Good. Glad to hear it, Dr. Wee. Glad to hear it. The set I'm referring to is the Dark Coven's Regalia 10 Heroic. So lovely. I think I know what one you're talking about. Yeah, ICC's got some great stuff. My money. Got 4 of the placeholding names for extra evokers once you can have more than 1 per realm. I want 1 of each in Dragonflight. Ah, nice. Makes sense. Very cool. Oh, I mean AQ mount, not pet. Oh, you mean the mount? Yes. The Tolvir mount? Because there's Encourage mounts and then there's Tolvir mounts. Yeah, I got the Tolvir one. I got that one quite a while ago. It was like middle of last year now. Something like that. Didn't I get that one on stream? I don't remember. It's been a hot minute. Which reminds me, I gotta run my weekly siege. See if I can't get the Dark Shaman or Tusks. Probably not, they're rare. Oh, I feel that. Good luck, though. Hopefully you get them. Got some mug. Neat. Cool. What's that look like? Let me see. Ah, nice. A recolor. Fancy. I do like me recolors. Less I have to do later. Right, so we need to go get that one. Sorry I couldn't find that when you mentioned the purple flames. All good, Databob, no worries. Pog indeed. I'm still upset that I can't use the skip to make farming Dark Shaman faster, how dare. Right. Does the Dark Shaman set drop an LFR, or is it normal plus only? Because if it drops an LFR, you could just do the... What would that be, the second wing? Gotta do Towers, Juggernaut, And then shamans. Maybe check and see if that. Stealthily creates my Night Elf Warlock. Yes, I have alcoholism. And now I'm not fixing that problem. Understandable. Normal plus only, and it's locked to 1 chance at all per character, regardless of difficulty. Ah, good to know. I haven't actually started farming for them, so I wasn't sure on the specifics. Well, that sucks. That's definitely a bummer. Have you tried using character lockouts? Like if you have like another account or something? And then, I don't know if you can save lockouts with Siege or not. Some raids you can and some you can't. It's a little weird. One per shaman and I have 1 entire dwarf. Well, good luck. What is the first thing you like to do when going into a new expansion? Well, if it's a new, completely new, never yet been touched expansion, I do all the quests. That's the first thing I do. I do all the quests and I read all of them. And then get any treasures and rares and such that I can along the way. And collect all the pets. So, that's kind of usually my rule. Alright. Eggy maybe? Eh. Egg please. No egg. Next. I just need more shamans really, but that requires effort. Yeah, understandable. I've been having a weird, I think, bug lately where I select heroic or mythic raid setting, but it sets defaults to normal and I don't notice until like I'm halfway through. Not sure what's going on. Well that's weird. Are you doing raids that don't have a heroic or mythic? Because not all raids do. In fact, I think we actually have more raids that don't have a mythic at least, than raids that do. Okay, actually, I am a mage, so I can go straight to Orbos. Me too, I like focusing on the quests first. Yep, I do all the quests and I read all of them. That way I know what's going on, I know what the story is, I watch all the cinematics. All that jazz. So. Okie day. Pick up Maldraxi. I'm gonna have to open this one up too. I really wish if you unlocked one covenant that it unlocked all of them. I'm so tired of doing these intros, man. Because like most of them already have their covenant unlocked, but I always choose Night Fae because it was easiest. Because back when I started doing that, I had no idea the Necroray eggs were even a thing. And of course, the best way to do this is to be Necrolord. That way you make sure that the chests that might change with the Covenant, because some of them do, the rare resources one being one, it'll change depending on what Covenant you're in. But if you make sure you're Necrolord, it will be Necro, so. I'll go ahead and speedrun my Shadow Glen quests on said characters so I can get caught up. BRB, good luck. Oh, also I can run a shader perfectly, find my WoW client. I love it here. Awesome. I tried getting a shader, but it didn't like my computer. Which is really weird because it's a very new computer. So I gave up. I'll deal with that eventually. It's on my list of eventually to do. Things to eventually do. I wish they would change all the Druid flight forms so they walk around like the Zandalari Pterosaur. That would be cool. Understandable. Actually I'm a mage, so I don't want to hear it. I was gonna use my Dalaran Hearth, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm a mage. Example, I did Heart of Fear today. I wanted Heroic, but it did normal. I didn't notice until I was getting normal gear. I'd be surprised if it was a mere error. Yeah, that one definitely has Heroic, so I don't know. Did you change dungeon to heroic by accident? I do that a lot. I'll change dungeon but not the raid and then screw up my raid run. That's a possibility. Oh, the smog. Is he wearing pants? He is indeed. He's wearing the... Oh, what are they called? The barbaric loincloth. It's those. They're really ugly by themselves, but they're great to pair with things. So. But thank you. He's supposed to be a satyr shadow sorcerer, but, you know, none of those things are playable. So he's a night elf mage. So just pretend he has satyr legs. Yeah, me too. It takes so much time. It really does. But alas, the most dreadful time has come. Snoozy Chambers poofs by. Have a fantastic night, Dr. Wee. Always a pleasure to have you here. Your pants just get in the way. They really do. Shaders made the game look even prettier. Honestly, I'm grateful the PC can tolerate it. They really do. I've seen WoW with shaders, and it's just gorgeous. Prettier than it already is. I made sure it was Ray. This has been an issue for me since I came back, but it doesn't always happen. Don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one, Mooks. I need those. Well, they're... I think they're BOE. So you could probably buy them on the auction house. And they come in multiple colors. There's like a yellowish one. I feel like there's a third color, but I can't recall what it is. But the ones I got are the purple ones, which is the barbaric loincloth. Satyrs look so cool, don't they? They're like one of my top favorite races. Like my two top favorite races in WoW are the Highborn Arakoa, which are the non-cursed versions we see in WoD, and the Satyrs. Just any satyr. I want both of those. If I can play both of those, I will be the happiest Kraken. You have no idea. I would main an Arakoa Paladin so fast. I really would. I'm leveling druids to help collect druid forms. I love the dragonfly opening when they tell you not to fight with the other faction or they will dragon stomp you. Put more nicely though. Yes, agreed. There we go. Now I can do the calling. Give us both Vrykul and Satyrs and we'll be Gucci. Yes, Vrykul too. I would love Vrykul. They're definitely... And they'd be... I feel like more likely. Blizzard really doesn't like adding beast races. Unfortunately. We have a lot of really unique races in WoW, but the vast majority of them are not playable. We play a kobold. The kobold are pretty cute. Alright. Here we go! I know it's the Draenei model, but I really love the look of the Nightface Satyrs. Yes, the Sylvar! They are fantastic. I like them. They're really cool. I'd play them too. They're so cute. Same with the, their version of Dryad, which are the... Shoot. They had a funky name. I can't remember what they're actually called anymore. But the Dryad-looking ones from Ardenweald as well. I like them. They're cute. They should give us sea goblins too. And that'd be an easy skin too. Because it's the same model. All they'd have to do is add some skin colors. And ears and the gills and all that. And the fin fingers and toes. Come on. There we go. Don't want to pull those guys. They'd kill me. The horns and fur colors. Yeah, they're adorable. Absolutely love them. Oh, I got an evoker and I noticed the dialogue changes for me. Changes for some of the quests early on, especially Khadgar's when he shows up for the first time. He has a cute moment of curiosity and then cuts himself off. I love Khadgar. He's so cute. It's a cool detail. Yeah, that's exactly why I play like every race class combo, because there is a lot of differences and unique stuff, not just between races and classes, but factions too. So if you really want to see everything, you gotta play everything. It's kind of insane. Like there's a lot of DK specific dialogue, for example, throughout the games. Throughout the expansions, I mean. Which is very interesting. Let's see, where is this one technically? There. Oh, they'd have to make sure it's WoD modeled too. Yeah, absolutely. There's that. Hope everyone is getting after their New Year's resolutions. I technically didn't make any resolutions. Like, I guess I kind of have some. But I didn't really make any resolutions because this year I wanted to be surprised instead of disappointed. I mean, I did make some plans, but it's stuff I had planned back in 2022, so I don't know if that counts. And I cannot stress this enough. Add Venthyr. Those vampires are so cool. Oh, right? Especially if they had some glorious hair options. Yes, please. And Sand Lane. I really want Sand Lane. And since they do technically kind of have their own model. Like the Queen or whatever, Blood Queen Lanethil, she uses a Blood Elf model. But the Princes, it's like a kind of Night Elf based. But they're different. They got different ears. The cast different. Anyway, I want Sand Lane too. I love Khadgar. Someone has to. Absolutely. Khadgar's a big favorite of mine. I've always liked him. He was grumpy back in BC, so I didn't like him then, but after that, WoD Plus, he's been great. Oh, I confused myself because I went backwards. I need to go over to the right. Whoopsie. I didn't get the third coin. Khadgar is my wife for a reason. Yes. Warlock pet name distribution has blessed me this day. My imp is named Garlaz, which is funny because it's close to Carlos, so I'm calling him Carlos. That's funny. That's cute. I want to basically be the Witcher 3 of the Warcraft universe. Co-op is fine, but I don't really care about raids. Loot and the endless cycle of nerfs and buffs and MMOs. Yeah, agreed, Fear. Agreed. Same. I came to that conclusion real quick as well. But it's still pretty good for solo play. For the most part. It's really not that bad. I mean, obviously, I play solo all the time. Well, you just have to be okay with missing out on some things. There, now I got the third coin and I can go back. I was like, that's weird, why isn't it done? Oh yeah. My New Year's resolution is to not have a resolution and just go with the flow. That should be the first resolution I'm able to actively fulfill. I'm weak for unserious men, so Khadgar is a favorite of mine. Yes, Khadgar is fabulous. I love his dad jokes and his crappy puns. Makes me chuckle. He's very cute. I don't hate Khadgar, but at the same time, Khadgar makes me facepalm, but I'll give him a hug regardless. He's a fun dude. He is indeed. I was reading Warcraft Wiki and they confirm if you had the Farseer title unlocked on a character, Smolderon will call you out and threaten you with the weapon you got back from him in Legion. What? That's awesome, though. I like that interaction. At least they even acknowledged that, because I was like, did they even remember that we were like allies with him for a little while? I don't know. It's fine. Yep. No wig. Next. Blasphemy. It's okay. Khadgar isn't for everyone. I get it. Yeah. It's like you're trying to break through an enemy fortress. Break down the door and Khadgar's in the back. I guess we should have knocked. See, I think that's funny. And then just turns to the camera and winks like, I get it. You got aged to 87 throughout your early 20s. You want to get that back, but dude, you're literally 40-something now, please. See, I love that about him. I think it's adorable. Oh yeah, mage. Do I have... I don't think this one has Oribos. Nope. That's fine. Oh, I'm Horde. Also a reminder that interact key and action targeting are among the best additions to WoW settings, aren't they? Changes how I play in the best way. Agreed. It's so nice. I don't have it set up on all of my characters yet, but on my main I definitely do. Admonishing voice echoes from the snoozy chambers. Playable Kraken! I don't know how that one would work. But playable Kathir, which are basically Mind Flayers, would be pretty cool. Hey y'all! Hello TMI, how you doing? Glad to have you here. Spoiled myself with the TikTok showing Gale's not safe for work scene and oh my. Oh no! That's funny. There we go. Quest you do? Khadgar's got trauma. He gets a dad pun pass. He definitely has some trauma. Something I hope we can fix at some point. I don't want him to die of old age at 40. Like, that's just cruel. It's not even old. I wish they would just make any creature with even camp levels of organization a playable race. Right? Well, that's the funny thing, too, is like the ogres and the Tonka, which are the yak-like people from Northrend, have both been a part of the Horde since Wrath and Kata. The Hosen and the Jinyu are part of the Horde and Alliance, but we can't play them either. There's actually a lot of races that are technically a part of our factions, but they're not playable, and we never see them outside of where we befriend them and ally with them. And I don't mean we're just allies, I mean they actually like joined our faction. But, you know, that was forgotten, I guess. They should have started introducing allied races way back in Wrath. Oh well. Or even BC. Imagine a big selling point of BC being getting the ethereals. Playable ethereals. How cool would that be? I would love an ethereal. All I want is Khadgar to have a respectful death if and when he goes. Preferably in his sleep, but I'll take anything better than Vol'jin's. Yeah, I feel that. Vol'jin went out in a very unceremonious, cruel way. Does anyone know if I can summon a Felguard as Destruction Warlock now? I don't know actually. I don't play Destruction much. I usually play Warlock, and I haven't, or Affliction I mean, when I play Warlock, and I haven't messed with my demons much just because I was mad they took my Observer. Because that was what I used. They're putting it back in later now, I guess, but still, I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, where are the genuine Hosen and BFA, right? They just kind of disappeared. I want those red orc from Hellfire. Ah, yeah, the fell orcs. They're super cool. Evening, Chloe. How are you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. As a side note, I love how the trolls always lose. Lore joke is even catching up to the night elves that evolved from trolls because the night elves can't catch a break. Yeah, they really can't. You can't Felguard as demo specific. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Demonia. Good, thanks. Heckin' cold, but grand otherwise. Oh, that's good. I hope you can get a blankie or something. Cause burr. Okay. Opening it again. This is what adds time to me farming the Necroray eggs. Is when I'm actually able to be on top of it, I can get through all of my characters that have completed it. And then I have to add more. Thank you so much, TMI, for the sub. Super appreciate your support. Because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. So, thank you so much. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Add all these in there. I have a needy cat on my lap, if that counts. It kind of does. They're like a warm little heater. Little mini radiator in your lap, covered in fur. A furdiator. There we go. They were looking for forces and aren't even using what they've secured. I know, right? It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Well, I guess I'm playing Demonology. Demo's fun. I do enjoy it. I like the, I don't know what it's like now. I haven't played it in a hot minute, but I enjoyed it back in BFA, so there's that. I'd play a bug. End of sentence. I would too, especially, oops, gotta pick up the calling. But yeah, especially if it was like the Anubarak, you know, the Nerubians, they'd be great. Or the Karaji, they'd be cool too. Or the Mantid. We got actually lots of bug races. They'd be pretty fun. I'd play them. I'd play anything though, to be honest. Okay, we'll go right this time. Felguard's my favorite demon. Felguard's definitely pretty cool. My favorite is Wrathguard. That one's my favorite. The purple one with the tail. That one's pretty great. The best is Calming WoW channel. Thank you, Kraken. Aw, thank you for the... I didn't even... My eyes completely glazed over the note. Sorry. Thank you, team. I appreciate it. The bestest. Yes. They do radiate fur. Literally everywhere. It's a real problem. This is true. Wrathguard is the dual-wielding one, right? Yes? I know they're purple, they have a tail, and they have cute little feet. They remind me of a cat demon on 2s. Which is mostly why I like them. They're not very cat-like, but to me they feel like they are. I think you have to glyph that one. You have to glyph... I think you glyphed the Felguard, right? Been a hot minute. Speaking of night elves evolving from trolls, I always found it amusing that the blood elves were mocking the night elves outside of Suramar during the Nightborn Rebellion for being descended from trolls. Like, seriously, they're your ancestors too. Yeah, well, you know, elves be elves. They're good. They're gonna mock each other. It's pretty funny. Man, I can't wait for dragon riding. I'm annoyed that it's going to be locked to 60 plus until dynamic flying comes out, but regardless, it'd make stuff like this so much easier and faster and more entertaining. Instead of me glazing my eyeballs over like, am I there yet? It's like when I'm flying somewhere, I literally have to take my hands off the keyboard and play with my drink or something. Descended from magic meth. Accurate. Only a few days left, and we can wee through the old continents. That's true. That's coming the 16th, right? So yeah, so not tomorrow, but the following week. Cool. That's gonna be awesome. That's kind of the main thing I'm excited for, because it's something that affects me most directly. They were literally high elves, and they came down, and boy did they come down. That'll be just in time for follower dungeons. Yes, looking forward to follower dungeons too. I probably won't use them too much initially, just because right now I guess they're only Dragonflight normal dungeons. I don't really know what I'd do with them for that, unless you can level with them. I don't know if you can level with them or not. No one seems to be able to answer me on that. I don't really feel like going and trying them. But we'll see, I guess. Because I know you can use them as low as 60, so 60 to 70. Our manuscripts and the items needed to become a bird. Exactly. Really hope the new follower dungeons are good. They've been getting really good reviews. I know a lot of people have been really liking them. That's what I've been seeing, so... I hope eventually, if they go good, that they extend them out to older expansions for leveling, current Heroics, and current Mythic 0. They don't need to be Mythic Plus, I'm fine with them staying out of that, but just the non-plus dungeons would be great. Because then I could do Mog farming and stuff with friends early on, like if Canary or Silver wanted to join me, or even just solo, because that's the nice thing, is they're supposed to scale up to 4 people. It's not just completely solo. So maybe there's just 2 of you, and you don't want to go get in a group with 3 pugs. So, that'd be nice. It's so dumb, but still hilarious how well that still fits in lore, friggin' crack elves. Also, I need to farm the Legion dungeon cloth set for my Warlock. Best dungeon set. That one is quite gorgeous. I do agree. DF is in Chromie time. Once DF is in Chromie time, those will be leveling dungeons. Well, it won't be a part of Chromie time until 12.0 probably. Unless they keep it. And extend it out beyond that, I don't know. Okay, so no egg. Because it'll be available for leveling in pre-patch, but I don't know if it's going to be available at level 10 or not. Well, it might be because it's supposed to be the new player experience. But it won't be part of Chromie time, unfortunately. I want the Dawn of the Infinite to be a follower dungeon. Agreed. That would be really nice. That would be really nice. And then I could actually go farm that dungeon while it's current instead of waiting like 4 years. Okay. Next character. There we go. Very much Old Gods adjacent. Adjacent. Yes. Yeah, my lovely Kraken Latte break. The usual has arrived. Welcome's back, Textroop. How you doing? I thought all previous expansions were moved to that. I didn't know it would take another expansion first. Well, they're moving... BFA will be moved to Chromie time in 11.0. DF will be the new default. Oh, I got compliment on my mug. Thank you. There we go. Nice person. Anyway, yes, exactly what Kogan said. BFA will be in Chromie time, and then DF is the new default because of Shadowlands. Well, I get why they're not doing Shadowlands, is because it doesn't fit with, like, what is the base WoW. It's definitely expansion material, not, like, base WoW world, so it makes sense. But yeah. Pretty good, Onyx and Huron Dragon this week. Nice, congrats, Tix, that's awesome. Also, it looks like the ad break has started. So, ad break started. Coffee break. I'll be right back. Alright. I will be right back for those of you that can hear me. Let me refresh. Alright, I'll be right back.
Shut up and take my money! Shut up and take my money! Shut up and take my money!
Okay, I'm back. There we go. Why is it so quiet over here? Anyway, it looks like ad break's over. Perfect. Let's see. But then it's still 10 to 70 in DF, and those follower dungeons can be used as well, right? I don't know about the follower dungeons that new, but 10 to 70 is correct. At least that's what it's supposed to be. And I'm really hoping, too, that they, fix fix BFA and put it back down to 50 like it's supposed to be. It's all partly only halfway bumping some of it to 60 is really messed up, some of it. It's really irritating. I can't get over how gorgeous Teldrassil is. I know, it's pretty. Hello, Yori. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Average week? Well, hey, at least as long as it's not a bad one. Oh, right, I probably need to talk to her. I forgot. It doesn't like doing that automatically. In all seriousness, and this isn't a whole it sucks argument or not, but like I have to ask, in terms of new players or story stuff, does Shadowlands even matter? It depends on what they do in the future, because they had said before, and I don't know if they're still doing this, because they said this back in BFA, new writers, different writers and all that, but they said they want to explore the cosmic pillars. So in the grand scheme of things, yes. But in terms of right now, no. But it might come back to play when we do the World Soul Saga, because we learned a lot of things about the other pillars. And when I say pillars, it's the cosmic chart. Check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. Look up the Warcraft cosmic chart and you'll see what I mean. But for those that get really deep into the lore stuff, yes. But for new players, not really. If you're just kind of a surface level story enjoyer and you're not deep into the lore, it's not really going to matter in the grand scheme. But that kind of says that for at least half the expansions, to be fair. There we go. You're not thinking about the last stream, about flying and not flying in RPGs. It made me think about how DF started with dragon riding. I get why they think it's still better to have access to dragon riding at the start of a new spec, instead of just regular flying right away. You are more engaged with dragon riding. Exactly, Haley, and that's why I like dragon riding versus normal flying, because it is more engaging. Obviously, regular flying has its place, but I feel like if they added a hover option, which they don't need to, but I feel like if they added a hover option for dragon riding, I feel like most people would probably never use static unless you have some sort of visual impairment that doesn't let you. So I've heard some folks having issues with that, but you know, foresee the future as always, follow the purpose. May the random lord seen my misery and gave you some joy in life. Well, that's good. Is Hulan Dragon the one in Timeless Isles? Yes, it is. Hulan is the big cloud serpent on Timeless. The black one. One of the onyx skins. Is he a thundering one? I think it's a thundering one, if I recall. Been a hot minute since I've used that one. I want them to start putting demounting areas at every major NPC. Same, Aliak! Same! It's so irritating. Having people get into a really big mount and just AFK on top of an NPC. They changed it, a while ago now, so you can click through them at least. But it's still annoying. You can't see it. Welcome back. Thank you, Septia. Now that I'm getting caught up with chat. And no confirm yet, but as I experienced, I gave Hulan a daily flags. I did it 5 times. Confirmed, it is a daily. All of the rares on Timeless have partial daily loot, partial not. I don't remember what is and isn't, but a lot of them you can farm multiple times for specific items. But stuff like mounts or pets, those are daily. Average is better than bad. Exactly. That and puts an invisible wall around the NPC players. Can't gather NPCs. Yes. Agreed. Okay, now we can actually continue. Healing has not any limit. You could farm it whole day. Gotcha. Alright, let's see. Priest. I'm supposed to be writing right because I'm disciplined. Oh, I forgot. I absolutely despise the spec-based color changing stuff. I really, really hate it. I really want to write the gold one, but this character is discipline. So ugh. Right. That's why I had decided on a different map for her. Seriously irritating. Thing is, if you look at the chart, Shadowlands is more of a sub-zone of reality and not part of the greater Death Realm. Exactly, Data Bob! Yes! And that's where some of the... Same with the Dream and Life Realm. Exactly! Yes! I've brought this up on stream before, but that's exactly what fascinates me. Especially since, if you look at the deep lore for the Shadowlands specifically, they mention that... You learn this through a lot of the Kyrian stuff. The Shadowlands are specifically for mortal souls. And mortal souls did not always exist. That is a... I guess you could say a newer thing, quotation marks, in the entire age of the cosmos. Mortals didn't always exist. And if Shadowlands is specifically for mortal souls, that can mean one of two things. Well, one of three if you count the possibility of lore being overlooked. But I doubt that part. One, either it was made newer, which means the first ones who apparently made it disappeared somewhat recently in the grand scheme of things. Or it was an old first one zones and they've been gone a long time, and the Eternal ones came in and retrofitted it. But I think it's the former, because they were made by the first ones, although it could have been a long time ago. Because Zereth Mortis is slightly separate. It's not actually officially a part of the Shadowlands. Like, you get there via the Shadowlands, but you know what I mean. Anyway, don't get me started on that. I'll nerd out forever. I love shit like that. Because that's like, that gets into like the deep speculation stuff. And we may never get answers to it, but it's fun to think about. Give me that. Okay, I just need the big chest. The fast flying stresses me out a little though, because rares can get killed so quickly. I guess the solution would be just make better rare spawn times. Absolutely. The rare spawn times are gross. Just all of the rare spawn stuff, like the flying itself, I feel like isn't the problem. It's the rares. I don't like how they do that system, honestly. It was the only one when the rest has a weekly. Nice. Good to know. Same with the Dream and the Life Realm. Yep, I read that. Oh, move my chat. There it goes. Okay, I finished my Shadowglen quests. I'm caught and enjoying Warlock more than Druid. Dark Purple Shadow Bolts are good. Yeah, Warlock is fun. I do like Warlock more than Druid if I had to pick. Druid is one of those classes. I adore the lore. I adore their lore. I adore how they look. Their visuals are fantastic. But playstyle, I really struggle. Not like that I'm bad at it. I mean, I kind of am, but I just don't enjoy playing Druid very much, like playstyle-wise. So I've always kind of struggled with that. Because I love Druid lore. And honestly, if Druid played like a Paladin, I'd probably main Druid. But it's okay. Oh, I really love the Kyrian quest. Same. Best nightmare fuel I've heard for Shadowlands involves Maldraxxus. The entire land misses a giant chunk of necrotic flesh. Right? It is! It grows nails and skin and pustules. So it's like, what is this place? Are we like... I don't know if any of you have ever seen Owl House, but I saw tiny spoilers, I guess, but it's pretty obvious early on. The entire landmass of the Boiling Isles, where this series is set, is fleshy, is corpse of a greater being, and so I've always wondered if that applies here with Maldraxxus. What if we're living in Maldraxxus on the corpse of a first one? Like, hear me out on that. Like, there's a giant ass rib bone sticking out. There's blood pools everywhere. Wouldn't that be some shit? No egg. Next. It's all based on Abrahamic foundation, the godly spark thing. Just not a singular entity, but the whole ancient all-knowing race. Highly advanced aliens, so they're not upset. The deeply religious nonsense. Surely as old as written telltales. Understandable, yeah. Also, Druid don't have pets, so in terms of soloability, it leaves much to be desired. True. Those pools of water? That's sweat. Oh, gross! That makes sense, though. Because there's blood, sweat, and then, of course, all the fell goo, but that came from the House of Plagues. That's not natural to the land itself. Land, quotation marks. But could you imagine that, though? Oh. I need to make a note of this. So, Canary and I do a lot of Shadowlands RP. Let me make a note, because that's been a while since I thought about that. Let's see. Maldraxxus. If I can spell. Maldraxxus is corpse of first one. We'll explain later. I can't spell. Not explosion later. Come on, Discord. There we go. I took the note. Anyway, where are we going? Shadowlands. Speaking of. Imagine how it smells. Oh, the place must reek. It's probably why everyone there doesn't have a nose. Thank you so much, Darabelia, for the sub. The resub, in fact. Super appreciate your continued support because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. So, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's see. One thing I'm worried about Maldraxxus is the smell. I don't want to know the smell of this place. It's probably disgusting, to be fair. I was considering watching Owl House. Haven't heard too much about it, though. Owl House is wonderful. 110% highly recommend. It's one of those series, though, that does get cut short because Disney canceled it early, but you can actually watch the conclusions of it on YouTube because the creators didn't want to leave it hanging. So, but otherwise, great series. Love it. Absolutely adorable. Highly recommend it. Also, I still don't think Margrave Crexus was handled properly years later. Agreed, Septia. I was really looking forward to seeing who this guy was, but we don't get anything on him. He just, oh, he's dead. Dies off screen. Well, actually, I think he dies on screen, but still. I want Shadow Priest to have more passives and less buttons to press. Understandable. I think it'll depend on what talents you take and stuff, too. I might main. Shadow Priest is great. I definitely enjoy it. Imagine how spongy the ground would feel to walk in. It probably is. I mean, if you really look a lot of it, it looks kind of porous and spongy and fleshy. Hey Kraken, how are you today? Hello, unsuspecting hippo. I am fantastic. Just doing some Necroray egg farming. While we talk about random lore nuggets and various other things along the way. Because you all make it enjoyable. Also, curse Moonguard for having Verendis unavailable on Force Meter type Vahrendis instead. Not cool. You could do Verendis with 2 eyes. That sounds elvish. Assuming you're going for an elvish name, it sounds elvish. I like doing 2 eyes, or you could do a Y instead of the Y. Love you and thank you for your helpful videos. Well, thank you, Darabelia. You're very welcome and thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Playing Ret Pally and Mythic Plus this season was the easiest to do while still fun. Well, that's good. Definitely good to hear. And Ret Pally feels like it's in a great spot, even as a solo player. I really actually enjoy the overhaul they did for once. Usually I don't like class changes like that, but they did really good with that one. Oh wow, of course they did that. I love to hear they wanted to finish the story, though. That is so sweet. Yeah, it's a fantastic series. You do get a conclusion. You just have to watch the last couple segments of it on YouTube. Misery Talent is your best friend. That one's a good one, yes. Making myself shudder thinking about Maldraxxus. I know, it's pretty nasty, right? The smells and feelings of Maldraxxus never occurred to me before, and now I'm not sure to be horrified or intrigued. Yeah, everybody should wear a full-on gas mask when you go to Maldraxxus. Not just because of the smell, but we're technically walking around with a lot of plague, blight, toxic stuff, possibly nuclear, radioactive, I don't know. So, imagine the, disease here with so much open wound-like stuff. The blood diseases. Because this is meant for dead people. This is not meant for the living. Madraxis is very gross if you really start thinking about it. Let's see. I could have done that. Yeah, Verendis is the one elven name I'm proud of. Yeah, try 2 eyes. D-I-I-S. I know I see double eyes in Blood Elf. Them too. And elf names sometimes. That's kind of how I get around it with some of my names. By adding an H or a Y or like a second vowel. Usually my go-tos. Just promise you don't type in 2 girls 1 cup never ever. Of course, Tix. For night elves at least. For void blood high elves I have Saurian lined up. Nice. Very cute. Hey Kraken, love your videos. Thank you for helping so much. You're very welcome to you, Tinker, and thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate. My sentence stopped. I appreciate you. There we go. You ever do that where your mouth just stops mid-sentence and your brain's like, finish the sentence, and it's like, nah. Every once in a while. I bet Ardenweald smells gorgeous, though. I feel like it would. I feel like it would. Even though it's technically Land of Death, it's like life-death. So, it feels like it would smell nice. I don't think the Fae would stand for disgusting smelling stuff. Hey, I'm an undead main. Maldraxxus isn't anything we don't already. Accurate. Hello, Grumpy Pants. Maldraxxus is sexy. I mean, it can be. It probably was once if it really is a hunk of flesh. Made to another Kraken stream. Hello there, Kraken. Hello, M Snake. How you doing? Glad to have you here. I am so poofy. Whoops. Ow. I forgot. My abilities are not at all set up. Well, I just won't touch those. Yeah, when I level new specs, I will try to pick as many passives as possible, and then I'm trying to do current content, I just pick whatever builds are on Wowhead. Gotcha. Yeah, see, I go through all of the abilities and, check to see what I like, what I do and don't want, etc. So, it varies. I make my own builds. I'm a bit late. Hi, Kraken. How are you? Hello, Valkyries. I'm doing great. Welcome. Just doing some Necroray egg farming. Necroray egg. Try saying that 10 times fast. Ardenweald smells like tea. Makes sense to me. Saurian is taken now. Yeah, I'm not surprised if you're trying it on Moonguard. It's a very, very, very high populated server, and it's a RP server. So there's gonna be a lot more actual names taken than not. So you gotta get really creative. I don't see it as a problem though. It just means I'm more unique when I actually make names that aren't taken. That's one of my few sources of pride. Ooh, and forgot Hope Crusher. So long was after all these. Nice, congrats! I like the Gorgon mounts. Gorgon? Whatever they are. They're so cute. I mean, they're dead, but the figure on those Maldraxxi guards is nice. The ones that use the KT model. Yes! Agreed! I like them more than the actual Kultiran, because they're less flab and more muscle. Which I like. I like that option. I mean, I wish it was an option, but you know. Ooh, prize bag. I can get that instead of the big chest. Where's it at? There it is. Nice. No, I don't want to fight you. Gosh darn it. I was trying to avoid this. Boy. I'm not set up at all. Well, I'll just get the other one next time. There. Ouch. Let me out of here. Dang Meldraxis and your poisons. Anyway. I just read descriptions and go, that sounds cute. Read descriptions that go, sounds cute. And then pick it. And I'm not following guides anymore. Yeah, understandable. Oh, I missed it. Down here. Nice. Okay, down we go. Looking at Ardenweald, I think I'd absolutely die of allergies. Yeah, if you have allergies, it probably wouldn't be great. But then again, it's not exactly like the life realms. So maybe it wouldn't. Who knows? Maybe the death version of plants wouldn't bother you so much. Who's to say? Will you form a group farm? Nope, I have no intention of playing with other folks. I am completely a solo player. Only solo. All the content I do is solo. When I very rarely play with someone else, it's either one of my two besties, Silver or Canary, but they're both very busy usually, so IRL and all that, so, you know. I thought I got all the Ardenweald stuff from the conservatory during SL. No, I did not. There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. Turn in quest, please. Thank you. No egg. Next. Oh yeah, Ardenweald smells like dust and tea. Accurate. Next. Next character. Alright, Warlock time. He's already Maldraxi. Is it unlocked? Nope. Alright. That's fine. See, I feel like Ardenweald would smell more like berries of any kind. Probably would. They do a lot of, berry-related stuff. Which is cute. Who knows? It probably smells like a variety. Floral, fungal, tea, all kinds of stuff. Stretch. And of course, whatever souls smell like, I don't know. Also, hello, Warlock friend. Yes, one of my Warlocks. That general area of smells, yeah. Ardenweald is just berry smelly. I see what you did there. What did Dressed smell like? Probably death, because Dressed magic is death magic. And they do a lot of like rot and decay type of stuff. So they probably smell like a range between a nice fall day to gross, rotting death plant. Compost. Somewhere in that range, I think. Based on their lore. They're the decay side of death life. Yum. Right? Dryer, let me just back. Spoiled milk you left in the fridge for too long, I'll wager. Probably. Dryer, Dressed, there we go. Definitely smell like a wet autumn day with a touch of moss smell. Yeah, some of them probably do, especially the more friendly ones, since they do have a variety. Like the Thorn Speakers, they're technically dressed. They probably smell nice. But then there's the ones slinging rot at you, and they probably don't. Ardenweald smells like tea. I'm moving there. Right? They probably smell great. Alright, give more walk. Ardenweald to me always felt like it would smell sweet. Like almost enough to be sickening, but definitely not very subtle. Very uneasy, I guess. Yeah, it does feel like it'd be very potent smelling. Whatever it smells like. Probably depends on where you're at in the area too. They do have a little bit of variety. Wait for her to walk her butt over here. Come on, Draka. You're the slowest part of this intro. She's like, yes, I'm the queen, and you're gonna wait for me. Like, okay, Draka. I should move this a little bit. There we go. I was doing a lot of Mechagon and Agitar recently, but now I gotta be in Ardenweald. Noise. Very fun. All good zones. I'm just immersing into the Shadowlands stuff. Wasn't subscribed when it was live, and well, I'm really enjoying it. Good, I hope you do. And it helps too that it's not current. I tend to like expansions more when they're not current, just because all the stuff is out, all the hotfixes and patches for the most part, and bugs are out and done. Like, it's a complete expansion. You're not playing it live as it's being changed and going, gee, I wish I'd done this a season ago, or gee, I wish I would have waited a season. That drives me nuts, especially as much as they've been changing systems on the fly lately. It's been nice to just go back and do the complete version. Because to me, playing an expansion when it's current is like reading a book while it's being written before it's been edited. That's what it feels like to me. I know I'm probably in the minority on that, but that's how I feel. Have a good one, Kraken. I need to eat something. Catch you later. See you later, Darabelia. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you again for the resub. Or wait, no, someone else. Whatever. I know you did. You're subbed. Thank you anyway. There we go. I want to get Lore Master on my Night Elf. It's going to take a while, but I will I feel completed? Absolutely. Excellent. Good luck. That's so funny. Good way to put it. Thank you, Haliak. Because, yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with playing it while it's current, but that's kind of how I've been feeling as of late. As I'm learning more about my preferences and such. Altogether, I have to say, the unlocking flying was a chore. For Dragonflight, or for... Oh, you're probably talking about Shadowlands. It wasn't too bad, but I guess that's one of those things where if you're not doing it current... They made it really weird for Shadowlands. People complained too much about the Pathfinder, so because of that, they didn't give us a straightforward achievement. You have to kind of like figure out how to do it. So you do your main campaign, renown 40, like 42 or something weird, and then up to like chapter 3 or something in Korthia. Shadowlands flying, I felt like it was really a long grind. See, I didn't, but I already had the renown when it came out, and I was doing that every week, so that's probably why. If you're starting fresh with renown, I guess it could be. I have no memory of Shadowlands flying unlock at all. Yeah, it's probably because if you did it when it was current, it was very passive. You just do the campaign, and it unlocks it. So it doesn't even really tell you. You just kind of, oh, it's unlocked now. I mean, it gives you like a little item to unlock it, but, you know, you don't notice it if you're just using everything. That's a pretty philosophical take on current content, and it hit me in the feels. Oh, did it? Oh, I'm sorry, Grumpy Pants. Hopefully in a good way, maybe? I don't mean to be super philosophical, but I guess sometimes I am, you know? There we go. I no complaint against BF's Pathfinder 1 and 2. Yeah, I don't have any complaints against the Pathfinders. I personally never was bothered by them. I liked the Pathfinders. I thought they were fun, and it's all content I do anyways. Quests, treasures, zone exploration, reputation. I do all that anyways, just playing the game naturally. Very rarely have I actually had to go out of my way for that sort of stuff. So and it unlocks flying account-wide. That was like the main reason I loved it, is it unlocks it account wide for all your alts forever. You never have to pay for it. You don't have to worry about it. You know, besides your regular licenses outside of it. And I liked that, having played pre-WoD when Pathfinder didn't exist. I did not like the previous versions of flying and how you had to like pay through the nose for it, and every single individual license. There was the cold flight license, there was the MOP one, there was a CATA one before they removed it. All of these are gone now. It's just lumped in. But I think having that experience from all those previous years is what made me like Pathfinder. By comparison, I thought it was the better system. But to newer people that didn't see all that, that might not be the case. Because they don't have that comparison of how much of a grind the old stuff used to be. I don't know, that's how I look at it anyways. I'm sure there's plenty that disagree with me, but you know. That's what I thought. It was easy for me, I think. Yeah, same. I think it's because we probably kept up when it was current. Because of what I normally do in the game. Yeah, same. I prefer Pathfinder. Same. Are you going to be reclaiming Gilneas when it's current? Possibly. It depends on, like, how the story kind of unfolds. Like, I probably will, but if I do, it won't be until probably like a month before pre-patch. I'm not really in a hurry to do that. I'm focusing on a lot of older content first. I know I won't hit 100% in legacy content, but I'm aiming toward that before 11.0 hits. I'm trying to do as much cleanup on the old, like, pre-DF expansions as much as possible. That way, when 11.0 is out, I can focus on both Dragonflight and War Within, because Dragonflight will be old at that point. You know, quotation marks. Should be easier to farm. Not immediately on pre-patch, mind you, but you get my general gist, I hope. And then I can hopefully keep up with War Within, because I am more interested in War Within story than I am... Whoop, messages all over the place. Than I am with Dragonflights. I liked Dragonflight at first, but I don't know, it just hasn't really hit me. I kind of liked it less, like, story-wise as time went on. But, you know, it's fine. Not every story is going to hit a home run with me. It's just how it is. By the way, you need to be an engineer to use the wormholes or just to learn them. You have to be an engineer, but you only have to have Shadowlands Engineering level 1. You don't even have to level it to use the Shadowlands wormholes. It's a toy. The wormhole generator is a toy, and once you learn that, it's unlocked for your account. And anyone with Engineering Shadowlands level 1 can use them. So, and that's pretty much how it is for almost all of the wormholes. They're all toys, and some require a little bit higher. Like, I think the Wrath one wants like level 40 or something. Profession 40, not like character. No Iggy. Next character. Sweet. Last one on this account, and all of them on my main account will have the Necrolord unlocked. That way the next time I have to farm these, because I really doubt I'm going to get my last egg today, it'll be faster. Cool. I experienced the Legion and BFA Pathfinder. Sucked kinda. I actually finished BFA Pathfinder after they unlocked it for free, but I was in college during those X-Packs. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, if you don't, like, do a lot of that content normally or currently, it can definitely be a grind, so I get it. Yeah, the Pathfinder has its up points, but the way they implemented it were underhanded and dishonest. It was gaslighting, like when they said they didn't want Classic. I'm not into Classic, but besides the point. I guess, but I saw it differently since I was there when they put it in WoD. The thing about Pathfinder was, when WoD came out, they had said they didn't want to do flying for new expansions anymore. We would keep the flying we had in old areas, but there would be no flying in new expansions to give it more of an RPG feel. That's why WoD, and expansions after that, but at the time, was designed better for foot travel, or, you know, ground mounts, and it's very easy to get around for the most part, was because they had that in mind. But no one liked that. Everyone kind of freaked out. Wait, are you already unlocked? Yes. Yes, he's already unlocked. I can go straight to it. Anyway. And people didn't like that. I didn't care. I was excited for it. But because of that, Pathfinder was their response to it. It was fine. Here's flying, but this is how you're gonna have to unlock it. And that's just how it's been. So I didn't really see that as underhanded myself. It was more of a response out of annoyance because people complain so much. Which I get it. Like, I'm one of those people, though, that I feel like WoW never should have had flying. It should have stuck to its RPG roots and kept ground travel only, and then added like a fast travel or a good waypoint system. But that ship obviously long since sailed, so trying to remove or no longer add flying is pretty much out of the question. So I get it. I guess I'm pretty neutral on this whole scenario, personally. Pandaria, Draenor, Argus is also level 1 engineering. It is indeed. A lot of them are. But WoD, BC and Wrath aren't. I think pretty much everything else is, though. You just have to have that expansion's engineering. So, like, you can't use the Shadowlands one without picking up Shadowlands engineering. I think they come from the emissaries, because I went back on a Night Fae tune and found like 6 Ardenweald portals in her bag. Ardenweald portals? Right here. Oh, I missed one. Also, I thought you could get wormhole kind of portal drops for Shadowlands zones, but I don't think I've ever gotten one before. I don't even know what one you're referring to. I have no idea. The only item outside of that I know of is the scroll you can buy from a vendor over at the beginning of Maldraxxus. I like being forced to use grand mounts at the beginning, but it's annoying when the expansion is over and they don't unlock them automatically. Yeah, I get it. I wish it just wasn't a thing at all, but again, that ship has sailed. I had no idea about the wormhole. Thank you, that'll save me so much time. You're very welcome. And the best thing about the wormholes is you can use them anywhere. And some of them are RNG, but some of them you can pick specific zones to go to. Like Shadowlands is fantastic. And it's only got a 15-minute cooldown, which isn't bad at all. So, you know, thumbs up. That's the type of waypointy type system I like. It's when you have a follower with you for a calling. You also get Lucy, you pet like that. They dig up things after a few minutes. Ah, got you. Called a pocket portal. I don't think I've ever gotten one of those. And I do callings a lot. They must be stupid rare. Interesting. Probably the portals that are single use and dropped when you had the follower to train through emissaries. Yeah, that must be it. The Shadowlands one is so good. It really is. This is a good one. I had no idea. Yeah, same. Wow. I didn't even know those were the thing. Well. I don't know. There you go. Yeah, pocket portals? Maybe, yeah, but I've never gotten one before. Same. Only one certain follower per faction does it. That must be why, and I've just been super unlucky or something. Which is pretty on brand for me, so... Excellent. You have to pick up that dirt you do to get Lucy. They drop frequently. Interesting. Yeah, I must not have ever done that. Huh. Well, the more you know. Boop. Alright. Kraken finds some things she didn't know about. Heavy breathing. There's a lot I don't know about. Come on now. I appreciate you think I'm all-knowing, but I'm not. I don't know. I'd probably say I know 80% of the game, maybe. That 80 being... Oh, it's still a B. I think that's pretty good. Yes, pocket portals were nice. Interesting. I only remembered them because they were in my bags. Gotcha. That makes sense. Forgot a lot about Shadowlands, to be honest. Yeah, Shadowlands is very dense. I'm not surprised there's still stuff I didn't know about, because they added a lot of stuff to Shadowlands. It's very layered. A lot of little things to find, collect, use, all over the place. And a lot of it, they don't tell you about it anywhere. You just have to kind of come across it. So if you have bad luck and never come across it, you'd never know. Unless you use something like ATT or something. And those aren't collectible, so they don't show up in ATT. So I wouldn't even have known. Not that I want to collect them, but it's interesting to know about. Grab. Nice. They're from the trainee quest where someone goes with you, found in the sparkly piles that spawn every few minutes. They, the trainee. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I have no memory of that. I don't know if I ever did that. Yeah, so much I didn't know before I got handy notes in ATT last year. Right. Shadowlands is packed. Packed with delicious goodness. Probably get plenty before you get Lucy. Probably. More than likely. Okay, we'll turn this in, and if I don't get an eggie, because I only need one more. I already have the other two. I only need one more egg. And then we'll go to another account. Because this account will have been used. No eggie. Alright, let me check and make sure I did indeed do everyone. Well, I gotta cook a din-din, but good luck with getting those eggs. That sounds weird out of context. Thank you, Mooks. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. Maldraxxus. Let's see. I did that one. Yep, I did that one. I did that one. I did him. Okay, so let me switch accounts. I can't remember. Did I finish this one? Oh, let me check this account real quick. I can't remember if I finished this one or not. This one doesn't have as many characters on it. Let's see. Maldraxxus, Veil. I did that one though. Yep. Okay, so that one's done. There's not as many 60 pluses there. So let's do 8. There we go. Sometimes I'm really confident with the Lunar Light Pod Treasure, and sometimes I'm going insane looking for the last plant. I feel bad. Excuse me. Here we go. I didn't finish this account. Okay. Here we go. Where are we at here? I farmed them when I was farming for Lucy as well. Loads of pet stones drop as well. It's pretty awesome. Nice. That boy is giving Mummy the movie vibes. Yeah, he's in the Necromancer set from Maldraxxus. I have Lucy the cat. I don't even remember getting the cat. Is it a pet? I thought you guys were talking about a follower. Lucy. Yeah, I have Lucy. Oh, it's the ghost cat. Yeah, I have it. I've never seen a portal, pocket portal though. I don't remember getting the cat either, to be honest. They said they were going to wait to do flying at the beginning expansion. They even had game journals calling them on it before the X-Pack came out, and they said journalists were lying. Let me get in this first. They later said not enough people weren't pushing them on it, so they announced they weren't doing flying and didn't want to do flying anymore, creating the huge fight that ensued. They then later introduced Pathfinder's compromise. Yeah, it was a whole mess, and honestly, it was just ridiculous. You had one people saying one thing, one people saying another. It was a little ridiculous. I remember being there for all that. I was doing beta testing and stuff at the time with some friends I had that used to work for Blizzard. It was a very interesting time, that's for sure. Poor WoD kind of had a very similar but not completely similar issue as Shadowlands did. A lot of business internal stuff was going awry at the time. And so that's why poor WoD got kind of short-sticked. I can't wait until you do Dragonflight next Hex Pack, so I'll find out stuff I missed when it was current. You and me both, M-Snake. You and me both. I don't know why it skips that dialogue. Oh well. She's just weird. Alrighty. Waiting for Draka. She's a slow queen. Slow queen is slow. But that's okay. Me too. It was awful. Almost killed my WoW group. And WoD was not a good expect to have that kind of problem. Yeah. They had so much planned for WoD too, which is so unfortunate. So much cut content. That would have been so cool. But that's how it be sometimes. When there's, 'cause at the end of the day, Blizzard's still a business. Made up of hundreds, if not thousands of people. And sometimes the drama happens. That's just kind of the not fun part of life, you know? And unfortunately, it's the game that suffers because of it. So it was an interesting time. Like, I still enjoyed WoD for what it was, but, you know. Oh, alright. More Maldraxxus. Whee! Really wish this was open on all your characters once you've done it once. I mean, I'm glad they have the skips so you don't have to take the tour every time you do a covenant. But still. I want a complete skip, not this half-ass skip. Oh, this character is absolutely not set up. There we go. I haven't been on this one in a long time. Oh. Also, I thought the Grateful Offerings were hard to get, but I'm not seeing an issue with them. I have so many from Callings and Treasures. Did they increase the rate of these or something? They did. That was in 915? 925? It was one of the later patches. They increased the rate of Grateful Offerings significantly, because they initially were. They were disgusting to try to get. But they're not so bad now. And they increased the amount of sources they came from, too. Especially if you do Zereth Mortis weekly. You can get them from that, too. Quite a few if you have your ciphers. Or not your ciphers, your what's that thing called? Not the conductor. You know, the stuff upgraded. Covenant Sanctum. There we go, I had to think about it. I still call it by the wrong name. Like, doesn't feel like that much of a farm. Yeah, it's not too bad now. Unless you're buying everything, because you need thousands of them. It's a lot. And that one I did while it was partially current, too. I actually did a lot of Shadowlands stuff when it was current. It's a deep farm. It's a deep expansion. It's one of those I'm glad I did, though, because of all expansions to really do while they were current, BFA and Shadowlands were definitely ones I was glad I did, because BFA's like that, too. It's very RNG heavy, but there's a lot there. Not as much as Shadowlands, though. I made a chart of all the collectibles and stuff at one point. It's a while ago now. It's not up to date anymore. But Shadowlands added almost 3 times as many collectibles. Especially even just in the mount section. It was twice as many as BFA. I don't know if Dragonflight reached that. I haven't made a comparison for that. But Shadowlands added a lot. It's kind of insane. The most they'd ever added. You know, ignoring like the trading post and stuff, because that's not Dragonflight specific. That's going to be an evergreen system. So, discounting that, there's a lot. And yeah, the BFA RNG is a lot too. There really is. It's not like I didn't hate the BFA RNG, but there was definitely a little too much of it. Wish they'd back off on the RNG just a tiny bit. Little much. Little much. There we go. Give me that delicious eggy, please. This direction. Is it the middle one? Yes. Middle one. That one. There we go. In just about a week now. Dragon flying. Dragon riding in the old zones. And it does work in Shadowlands, which is gonna be nice. Very nice. There we go. Beep. Alright. Last treasure. Dude, look how nice and easy this is. This is why I wait to do this for the rare resources. Calling specifically. Because none of these 60s are remotely set up. Some of them, like, they're all in heirlooms and, like, crappy old quest gear that hasn't scaled properly over time. Like, some of it's even from BFA. Like, and, you know, their stuff isn't set up for their spec after it got changed. Haven't touched it. And so being able to just come in, not do any combat, and do the calling is like, mwah. Because, you know, when you got as many alts as I do, it's not entirely worth setting them all up every single patch because they so much as change one thing in the new talent trees. It resets all of your talents now. And it drives me crazy. So, you know. Drives me nuts. But that's why this one's nice. I don't have to bother with combat in any shape. Job's done. Beautiful. Beautimus. There we go. Beautimus indeed. There we go. I'm missing it. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. It sucks having top talent 30 to talent 30 plus tunes. Oh yeah, absolutely. It drives me nuts. I'm just like, especially since every time they change it, your loadouts, you have to make a new loadout. So just saving the old string doesn't really work. Eggy? No eggy. Next. Okay. I've just collected all the new druid forms except Mythic Fire Rat. Guess I'll be farming that in 4 years or something. Congrats, Olsey! Nice! That's awesome. Do the Shadowlands mission table mounts come from the missions that the adventure campaign progress? I believe so. Definitely looked that one up, but I feel like that was a yes. It's been a hot minute though. That's not... Oh, I see. Feel like it was a yes. And that was like my complaint, because it's a pain in the butt to level your companions in Shadowlands. It takes forever. I don't have a grand mount for this guy. That's okay, whatever. This thing can run. Even if it's a bit awkward. Alrighty, Roo. Quest you, please. And Tim Maldraxxus. Yeah, I have one companion at 44 and the others are so much lower. Yeah, you'll have to do a lot of leveling on your table, I'm afraid. Just grab TLDR if you haven't, that add-on. That'll help you significantly with Shadowlands mission table stuff. My adventure campaign mission is at 48 right now. Yes! Tell me about it! It drives me crazy that they outscale so much. That was like one of my major complaints. So, yeah, I feel that. Have you tried the Ember Court since they made it daily, not weekly? Ironically, I haven't. I plan to do that, assuming you can hear me. It says there's an ad break going right now, but I know the ad break doesn't show for everybody. Right. I gotta open it first. I'm like, why you no calling? That's why. Anyway, well, I'll answer your question in a minute. You probably can't hear me. I did. This is the best add-on. I wish I had it during SL. Right? It's a very nice add-on. Very, very nice. Oh, he's messaging me. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Oops, wrong person. Hold on, I gotta answer this person. Business message and all that. It's fine, gives Madraka a second to get over there. There we go. Okay. It's the thing about doing all your business through Discord. Okay. Alrighty, Roo. Here we go. Nice. Okay. Come on, ad break. Hurry up and end. Good gravy. Do the skippies. There we go. Looks like the ad break's over. Anyway, I can answer your question now, Yori. Ironically, no. I have not done Ember Court stuff. I was going to. It's on my list of things to do. Start doing daily. But I haven't because I want to figure out, I just haven't had the time, find a good guide on how it all works. And the one on Wowhead isn't quite the one I'm looking for. Because there are a bunch of quests that you can do in the Ember Court that you can actually mess up and miss out on if you don't do them when you're supposed to. I don't know the specifics on it. That's just what I've been told from some folks in the ATT Discord. And so you have to make sure you do them when they're available. You have to like do something to trigger them or something. And I want to make sure I do everything on my main. I don't want to have to, like, I'm going to be doing it on my alts anyways, obviously, for the transmog, but, you know, I want to make sure I do all those quests on my main and not screw it up. So I've not actually done Ember Court yet after it changed to daily, but I plan to. Once I get the schematics on that, I'll figure it out. Oh, so we need to find a walkthrough for the right order? Pretty much. That's what I was kind of annoyed with. Oh wait, did I not pick up? I didn't. Yeah. It looked a little complex. So I was like, oh, okay. And because of that, I just haven't gotten around to it. But now that it's a daily, I don't feel so FOMO about it because, you know, missing a whole week isn't as missing a day isn't as detrimental as missing a whole week. Because that's, you know, that changes your time significantly. But daily, that's fine. So I'll be able to kick it out a lot quicker when I get to that point. And I don't know that it's one I'm going to be making a walkthrough on either because it looks, I mean, from what I've read about it, it's going to be an hour long. It'd be like an hour long guide. And it's going to take me a long time to complete it. So I just, yeah, that one's a rough one. Amber Court's a little too complex for my taste. But alas, I need to do it, so. Excuse me. Apologies. Didn't mute quick enough. Here we go. But, yeah. It's one of the last major things I really need from Shadowlands. You know, excluding raids and dungeons and stuff. Because, like, there's a lot I still need from Shadowlands, but not, like, a lot. I'm actually pretty covered on a lot of it, excluding the other armor mog and a weapon, which is on my to-do list. But I'm focusing on the main first. Getting close to that day, though. I should keep up on the upgrades for my alts. I just haven't gotten around to it. Kraken, if you find a good guide for Ember Court, could you list the Discord or something? I want to do it on my main. Oh yeah, I definitely will. When I find one I like, I'll let you know. I'll share it with y'all. I probably won't make one myself, but I will share whatever, even if it's a cobble of like 2 or 3, I'll share it with you all. Okay. Not sure when I'll get to it, but it will be sometime before 11:0 is my goal. Because the thing on my main too is not only do I want to do all the quests, I want to max all the rep with all the different guests that you can have. Because he's my rep, my main is my rep farmer. And you don't need to do that with your alts. Like if you're just doing it for transmog. Because like most of the transmog doesn't even actually come from the guests themselves, it comes from the vendor with just the general Court of Embers rep. Like some of them drop specific things, but it's like mounts, weapons. And I already have some of the weapons because you could buy some of those from the other covenants and it's like the same weapons or something. And I already know which one, well, not off the top of my head, but there's one guess that drops the mount that comes specifically from Court of Ember. I'll probably have that, I would imagine, before I finish. And even if I don't, I can target that one. So, like, in other words, pick whoever you're gonna do Covenant, the Ember Court on first, and do everything on that character if you're trying to get all the rep and stuff, because it'll be easier on alts, because you can target stuff when you get to that point. That's the beauty of having a main that does everything. Alright, see if we get us an egg. Eggy waggy. Eggy waggy. So slow. Can't wait for dragon riding. It's coming. It's coming. Egg, please. I just need one. Nope. Alright. And the thing, too, is my alt accounts, I haven't fixed to track egg chances. So I don't actually know how many chances I have on my alt accounts. I know I'm 1100 something tries on my main account. But I didn't realize that once you had one egg, Rarity would stop tracking. You need 3, by the way. At least 3, because supposedly you're not going to get repeats, and I hope that is indeed the case. But, you need 3, and it stops tracking after 1. You have to, like, go tell it to continue to track it. I didn't know that, and so I'm way beyond tracking it on my alt accounts, so I... Oh, you're already Maldraxi. Do you have it unlocked, please? 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 Nope. Dang it. Okay. Oh, you can just import Rarity strings if you want. Oh, it's already in. I just have to go, like, enable it again and tell it to continue to tracking it. It's already in the thing. It just stops tracking it after you got 1. My point is I didn't know about it stopping tracking it after you got your first egg, and I don't know how many attempts I'm up to on all my alt accounts. It's a lot. But I don't know what I'm at, so it doesn't matter at this point. Alright. Pick up the questy do from you. Now we can go to Maldraxxus. It drives me nuts that when you switch covenants, you have to pick up the quest here in Oribos to go start the campaign in your covenant, because you can't just go over to your covenant and pick up the first campaign quest there. You have to get it in Oribos, and that kind of irritates me, because sometimes I'll go to Maldraxxus and go, oh, I actually needed to go to Oribos. Just lovely. Just lovely. Also, meal, make sure to hydrate. It's good for you. Oh yeah, that sucks. Yep, it really does. That's why I've been, for alts that aren't there, going to Dalaran and then Oribos and over, instead of wasting my Maldraxxus portal, or using the wormhole, because then I have to take the flight point. Which is dumb. Okie dokie. Wait for Draka again. See, Lady of Aj gets over here fast, but Draka's taking her sweet ass time. Come on, Draka. Thank you so much, Skylarth, for the resub. I super appreciate your continued support, because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. So thank you so much. Enjoy some of Evil Overlord Bezos' money. Yes, thank you, Skylarth. I appreciate it. I know, isn't that nice? If you do already have Prime and you connect it to your Twitch, you get a free sub you can use every month. And I do get paid from Prime subs the same as I do from regular subs, which is nice. So, it's 50%, which I mean isn't a great ratio, but hey, I'll take it. Ironically, too, I make 3 to 4 times as much on Twitch than I do on YouTube. If you can believe that. YouTube is not a great place to make money unless you do sponsors. And I really don't want to do sponsors. So, you know. Bleh. The joys of life. Come here, you. Oop. Okay. In we go. Really exciting grind, isn't it? Watching me do the Maldraxxus intro over and 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 over. Trust me. I wish I could go straight to the calling, but honestly, BFA's version of the rep, I think, was still the best rendition of this type of system. The emissaries. And it was slightly better than legions. You didn't have to go unlock your rep. You didn't have to go pick up a calling to be able to do it. You just went and did the things with the world quests. There was a large variety of world quest types. They were specific to each faction, because the Shadowlands one's going to be a little vague. They don't always give you the rep they say you think they should give you, for some reason. And you just go turn it in after you've completed everything. Didn't even have to think about it. Didn't have to pick it up. Didn't have to unlock it. Besides, like, the BFA intro, but, you know, that's easy. Yeah. I miss emissaries. I liked that system a lot. And they had great rewards, too. Oh yeah, I love the emissaries. I want that back. Same, Iliac. Same. Give. There we go. Your commentary during this is much more worthwhile than any M+ or raid streamer commentary. I can imagine. Especially since if you're doing competitive content like that, you kind of have to pay attention. And so I mean, this is just me, but I feel like if I was doing raids or dungeons like current stuff, or even PvP, I would interact with you guys a lot less. I need to focus. So that's, you know, kind of at least how I feel on that measure. That's the joy of doing this type of content. It's really easy to look over and just chat with you folks, because I don't really need to focus, and if I do, it's for like 3 seconds, you know? Made a ton of gold on them. Aw, same. Same, Terry. Same, though, Terry. So much gold. Like, the callings were okay for gold, and the dragon riding races are fine. But I don't know, just something about the 2K emissaries when they came around. I don't know. That was just peak for me, for that type of stuff. I enjoyed it the most, really. I want Shadowlands mission tables, but want Shadowlands mission tables back. Best gold maker I've used. Understandable. I liked that was an option for people, but I personally hated them. But I don't like any of the mission table. I don't like that type of content, so I don't miss them. But I know a lot of people liked it for gold. For all BFA's failings, they were very good, until that damn turtle kept criticizing my tracing. I'm old and doing the best I can, lady. Right? I got so good at those, though. All of the stupid Tortolan games. The tracing one, the shell flip game, the crabs. The turtle made it to a water, all that crap. I got really good at all those. I won't lie, I kind of miss it. I don't know. I hope they do an emissary system again, because I think I would have enjoyed Dragonflight rep more if they did some sort of emissary system. I really liked that. I don't know why they discontinued it. I feel like a lot of people liked it. I don't remember seeing a lot of hate about it, but I don't know, I could be wrong. I tend to be minority in a lot of my opinions, so... Oh, another turtle made it to the water. Exactly. Well, they were only good for people with alts. Probably a pain to do if you only play with your main. I mean, I guess, but they were fantastic for rep farming. Like, people that only play with one character, they're not going to be gold farming with that anyways. You know? So they're even, I would say, even easier for people who only do one character, because they were so easy to do. Simple. They were very straightforward. You went and did your core world quest, your 3 or 4, and then came back, turned it in, done. 10 minutes tops. And you'd get like 1500 rep or whatever it was every time you did an emissary. And you could get contracts and stuff. And those apply to world quests specifically, so... So I feel like even with one person, that would still be great. Me and a friend PvP'd a lot for rep. He got his longboy just from that. Nice. Definitely a way to do it. God, I gotta go over here first. There's all these static treasures I could be getting. You know, the one-time treasures. But I like to save those for when the treasures that I am getting from the world quest, I keep saying world quest, gosh darn it, from the calling aren't good ones. Like if there's too many rune bounds, if the bone bound is like underground or something, then I can snag one of the static ones and call it good. Because I usually try to do this sort of farming with the future in mind and not expecting to get my reward. Because my future self will thank me if that's the case. Nice. I leveled 15 tunes in Dragonflight only on the races and made millions on that. Nice. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of gold to be made on the races if you choose to do those. Oop. Yeah, that's exactly why I had made that raw gold video about it for early Dragonflight, which is kind of funny because every once in a while I still get people going, why aren't you making more raw gold guides? I'm like, well, first of all, there's no Brutosaur to get. Like, there is a gold sink now, but it's only 2.1 mil, it's not that bad. And second of all, there's a lot of raw gold that just kind of rains from Dragonflight. And third of all, I did. And I would link them my my races one, and they're like, that's not raw gold farming. I'm like, links. Let's see, no egg. Links, what is raw gold video? They usually don't answer. I'm like, yeah, it is. I don't know what to tell you. Only 2.1 mil. Yeah, it's not. Well, it's comparison to the Bruto, which is 5 mil or was. But 2.1, not as bad, and it's all separated out because that's just 2.1 if you're buying everything. So if you're not buying everything, it's even less. It's not one big old chunk, which makes it a little easier to swallow, you know? And we know we have all the way until August, which is probably when pre-patch is going to happen or something. Because with the Bruto, they didn't even tell us it was going away until like 3 or 4 months before they removed it. That's why I decided to make that video on it. It was because of that. So they were very him-hawy about actually telling us if things were being removed until very recently. So I'm always skeptical. Squint. You know. Necrolord, Necrolord, ooh, Necrolord. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. To Meldraxus. Let's open up the Meldraxi yet again. Whee! I should make another 10 mil before pre-patch. Dang, that's intense. Nice. That is way too many races for my taste. I like the races a lot, but I can't do them as fast as I would like. It still takes around 10-ish minutes to do them all, and that's if I do them correctly. Too long. Now that will be stuck on my head. Sorry, Scarlet. Sorry, not sorry. There we go. But I don't really need to do a lot of gold farming anyways, because all this stuff here that I do, you know, it accumulates a little bit over time. And so all of my natural play... Are you walking? Yeah. Including items I get that I just sell in the auction house, kind of makes up for it. So, now that I'm more conscientious about that thing, sort of thing, I can keep track of all my stuff. But I'm not a hoarder either. I sell everything I come across, besides things I actually use. So that helps a lot. Come on, Draka! Don't give me that sass. Walk faster. Really wish we got the Maldraxi Rune Blade as a Mog sword. I'm kind of surprised we didn't, to be honest. They put so much emphasis on that weapon. And we don't even get to keep it. Boo. I don't need gold, I just like holding a lot. Hey, I completely understand. I get it. I get it. I actually love the races. They do them on 8 alts whenever I can. Pretty much makes up for my sub. Nice. Yeah, I really like the races too. If I had nothing else to do, I would definitely be doing them a lot more. But since I have a lot on my list that I want to get done, they've just kind of taken a back seat, which is fine. Speaking of, the Outland Cup is next week. Goes for a week and a half-ish. So make sure y'all are here for that. Starts on the 18th, it looks like. Yeah, I should do races more. It is how I have most of my gold at the moment. Yeah, the races are definitely a good source, especially if you have a lot of alts. And the nice thing is any 60 plus can do almost all of them. The only ones the 60s can't do is the Emerald Dream and the Forbidden Reach. I don't believe you can get to the Emerald Dream until 70. But you can do the Forbidden Reach ones. Not Forbidden Reach, the Zaralek Caverns ones, which is interesting. Regardless, though, that's a lot of those. And thank you so much, Dusty Bottoms, for the sub. I super appreciate your support, because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. So, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I end-fed Shadowlands with 30 mil, then dumped a lot. Nice. That's quite a feat, that's for sure. There were so many races in that cup. Like, it's probably gonna take 30 hours to complete them. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm looking forward to the Outland one though, because I feel like it's a place I don't spend a lot of time in, mostly because I don't like questing there. Visually the place is gorgeous, but I don't like the quest design. And Wrath and BC don't have a lot of endgame open world content beyond like a couple of rep things. Because that was before they really started doing that. So I'm not there much. But because of that, I'm looking forward to them in Outland and Northrend, because I'm not there very often. And so that's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see how Dragon Riding is going to pan out in those old zones. Okay, now I can do the calling. 30 mil? That's like WoW subscription for life. Oop, wrong character. Pretty much. Was it putting emphasis on content, then not have it pan out too much? Never, cough, wad cough. You mean it practically every expansion? Yeah. You can go to the Emerald Dream before 70? Oh, really? Interesting. How do you do that? I've not been able to do that. None of my alts have the portal unlocked until 70. There's probably something specific you have to do though, I imagine. But that's okay, I'm not too worried about it right now anyways. But the question is, can you do the world quests there before 70? That's mostly what I was getting at. Like, you can go to the Forbidden Reach, but you can't do the quests there. Or, world quests, I mean. Whereas in Zaralek, you can do the races and the pet battle before 70, which is interesting. I think I mogged too much. I feel like most of my gold must go there. Mogging is expensive, which is very unfortunate. Oh, well, it looks like we're getting close to the end of stream, so this will probably be my last character. Or at least close to it. So, getting there, winding down. And, soon, probably next week, I'm gonna be increasing my stream hours. I'll be putting a video out sometime this week on my plans for my various forms of content. But TLDR, since you're all here, is I'm going to be doing less YouTube content and doing more streaming. And when I do upload on YouTube, it's going to be larger projects that I'm more passionate about and should be higher quality instead of doing my obligatory weekly uploads that I don't always care about. And, you know, for the sake of consistency type of crap. So, expect to see more of me in streaming. I don't have a schedule for it yet, but I'm figuring that out over this week, depending on work, because my IRL job, yet again, has decreased my hours significantly. And I'm like, guys, I need money. I have to pay my bills. Stop doing this to me, please. So, I gotta figure something out with that. But, depending on what hours are gonna look like there, I may either do just one long stream, or split it up between this stream that I normally have, like take an hour or two break, and then doing a late afternoon, early evening stream. 2 streams in one day. So, but I don't know yet. I gotta figure that out. Hopefully we'll have those changes rolled out next week. Not this week, but I gotta figure it out, so. Yeah, my sub is good until 2025. Dang, should be free. Dang. Fridays maybe? I work home Fridays. Ironically, Friday was probably going to be the one day I don't stream, and I was thinking about picking up Saturdays and Sundays. So my family's been pretty good about making sure to leave me alone when I'm streaming, because the thing about Saturdays and Sundays is those were the main days I worked on videos every week. Because it takes days. It's 3 days sometimes to make just my average guides, which I won't be doing so much anymore. And my family's home during those days. But they've been pretty good about letting me stream now that they've kind of gotten used to me being a streamer and not just busting into my room randomly. So, or trying to pull me away while I'm streaming. So I might be able to sneak those days in there, but we'll see. I gotta figure it out. Depends on IRL stuff. I definitely need to get better at making a set I really like, enough to want to keep on for long periods of time. Totally understandable. There's just so much good mog. Weekends work too. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all pans out. But as much as I would like to do 7 days a week, I know I shouldn't. I need at least 1 day off a week from streaming, at least. That way, if I decide to work on a guide or video series of some sort for the YouTube channel, I do actually have time. Because as soon as I end work, or end stream, I have to pick up work. Although my hours on that might be changing again. We'll see. Joys of having an IRL job. I wish I could just stream full time and just. I wish this covered everything I needed. I really do. No egg. I didn't think we'd get the egg today, but that's okay. 7 days a week would be a lot. I did it for a little while before I picked up my IRL job I have now. And it was fine, but I wasn't quite used to streaming then like I am now. But anyway. What time is it? Yep, we are at the end of stream. Okay, so we're at the end of stream. I will be back tomorrow for Reset Daily Goodness, because tomorrow is Reset Day for me since I'm an NA player. There is my schedule currently. That's what it looks like for this week. I won't be here Friday, probably not Saturday or Sunday like usual, but the following week I will hopefully have a new schedule figured out. So we'll look at that. But anyway, you have a fantastic evening. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, same Kraken. Love you all. Thank you for being here. Mwah. And so what you were saying is we need to figure out how to make more money here? Pretty much. If I could make enough to cover all my bills here, I would quit my IRL job. Not even joking. In a heartbeat. But that day is not this day. That's a future goal. Anyway, good night. Love y'all. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.